I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better.
You don't believe that, right? Now, here's the scary thing. Let me bring Stephen A. Smith in right now. It's not that that is just an absurd explanation, but he really thinks people are going to believe him and that he can just blame people like me for pointing out what's obvious. That we have to twist it to make it not a doctor? The person who made the painting says it's Jesus. That's how Jesus is depicted when he comes back again. That's the red and white tunic that he has. But Stephen A., what am I missing about this?
Nothing. You're not missing anything at all. He's a pathological liar. Let's just call it what it is. He's the president of the United States. I don't mean to get that way, but my God, the lies just continue to just flow out his mouth, flowing flippantly off the tongue with a level of just seamlessness that's incredibly alarming. He posted the picture. We all know what it is. And we all know how he believes he's somebody who should be deified, even in his diatribe, where he's highlighting fake news. What did he say? You know, it points out, I'm looking at I was depicting myself as a doctor. And obviously you see, you know, with my hand on the forehead, it's me healing somebody, helping. And I think I have done that. This is what he believes about himself. And he has millions of people who have co-signed on that belief. He believes it's them about believing everything he says. And at one point in time, a lot of us believe the same. The difference now, Chris Cuomo, compared to times in the past is that it's slowly but surely eradicated before our very eyes. Before, there was a strong belief in him. Then there was, okay, we don't believe it, but who cares? That's really not that big of a deal. There's bigger fish to fry. So what, he's lying about that? It doesn't mean much at all. Then the Epstein file situation and other things came to light, and obviously you had people on the right complaining about that. So they vehemently have spoken out against him, which is incredibly alarming to him and his base, because that's not something we're accustomed to seeing them do, at least since 2016. And now it's a situation where you can look at it from a perspective of maybe he's trying to formulate some kind of distraction because of what's going on with Iran, what's going on with Israel and Hezbollah. He could have a litany of things or reasons as to why he's doing what he's doing in terms of bringing attention and veering it away from that stuff to something else. But in the end, it's clearly an effort to appease his base, whether comedically or seriously, giving them this impression that he's more than what he truly is, because things are simply not getting done at the speed that he swore it would get done. And as a result, it's his way of saying, hold on, it's me. I got you covered. Don't worry about it. Eventually, everything will be just great, just fine. But we know he's lying.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.